A campaign on steroids. A battle for prestige where nothing is off the table. The stakes are high, the returns will be higher. Daggers drawn as Delhi heads to the hustings. An all-out war over alleged tampering of Delhi voter list.
पूरी इलेक्शन मशीनरी एक एक गली एक एक मोहल्ले में जा रही थी तो 29 नवंबर और 15 दिसंबर के बीच में ये 10,000 लोग कहां से आ गए? इससे ये साफ है कि गलत तरीके से वोटर जोड़ने की साजिश हो रही है।
अरविंद केजरीवाल, मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं, नई दिल्ली नहीं पूरी दिल्ली में अवैध वोट बनाने का काम आप और आपकी पार्टी कर रहे हैं।
Former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal met the Chief Election Commissioner over allegations of a fake voter list, claiming BJP MPs have been asked to gather fake voters. From voter lists to demography of voters, it's a fight to the finish. On the eve of Delhi elections, Arvind Kejriwal called for inclusion of Delhi Jats in the central OBC list.
दिल्ली सरकार की ओबीसी लिस्ट में जाट समाज का नाम आता है। केंद्र सरकार की एक ओबीसी लिस्ट है। केंद्र सरकार की ओबीसी लिस्ट में दिल्ली का जाट समाज नहीं आता।
10 सालों में आज ही उनको जाटों की याद आई और जब एक जाट से चुनाव हारने की बारी आ गई है तो ये केवल सिर्फ राजनीति कर रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं है।
The BJP questioned the timing of demand, claiming AAP scared of losing 28 rural seats in Delhi. Meanwhile, it is raining freebies. After AAP's Revli and Congress's schemes, the BJP all set to announce its own set of sops. Less than a month to go before Delhi votes, the dangal is only getting dirtier. Top focus into the point this evening. And in midst of all the politicking, viewers, one would only hope that it doesn't get as dirty as it did the last time around in 2020, where the Delhi elections were shortly, within less than a fortnight, followed by the Delhi riots. Away from all of that, let's focus on the latest politics. Joining me is Reena Gupta, National Spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party; Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Neeraj Mishra, National Spokesperson, Congress. We'll also be joined by Ashutosh, author and political analyst. Reena Gupta, to begin with you, there is a question there. How is it in 10 years that the Aam Aadmi Party didn't quite remember the Jats of Delhi, but remembered them on the eve of Delhi elections, knowing very well that about 20 seats on the outskirts of Delhi is impacted by the Jat vote in the rural belt?
Good evening, Preeti. I think it's wrong to say that the Aam Aadmi Party has not worked for the people who live in outer Delhi areas. I think our party is the party that pays the highest compensation. Our Delhi government pays the highest compensation to the farmers anywhere in the country. But the question, Preeti, that the voters of Delhi today are asking, that who is going to be the chief minister candidate of Bharatiya Janata Party? On one hand, we have Mr. Arvind Kejriwal with a proven track record of delivering on all his promises. And on the other hand, who is it going to be? तो आज सवाल यह है कि दिल्ली के वोटर पूछ रहे हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल के खिलाफ भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मुख्यमंत्री चेहरा कौन होगा? Is it going to be the गाली गलौज Ramesh Vidudi, who's abusing all the women of Delhi, who's abusing the father of Miss Atishi Marlena? Or is it going to be Pravesh Verma, whose only claim to fame is that his father was once the chief minister of Delhi, who's freely distributing cash in central Delhi, and no action is being taken against him? So this is a question that the voters of Delhi want to know, who is the chief ministerial candidate, because it is one thing to get Mr. Modi to come and campaign in Delhi, but is Mr. Modi going to be the chief ministerial candidate of Bharatiya Janata Party? Absolutely not. So the people of Delhi want to know who will be the candidate. From what I understand, all their leaders of Delhi, people like Meenakshi Lekhi and all, have refused to contest the Delhi election because they know कि सबकी जमानत जब्त होने वाली है. तो इनके जितने भी
Reena
बड़े
Gupta,
बड़े
I'm going to go to Sanju Verma for but before that, allow me to ask you a rebuttal, and I'll hark back and circle back to the same question. You said that you've done a lot, which is your party, for the rural belt of the national capital. Therefore, the question which beckons to be asked is, why choose the eve of Delhi elections to bring up the Jat OBC quota under the central leadership, and not bring it up in the 10 years when you were in governance? You had a full 10 years to rally for Jats being included in the OBC list.
Preeti, a delegation of farmers had come to meet Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, and this was their main demand, that Jats be included in this list. So the question that one needs to ask is that why is it that the Jats of Rajasthan have been included in the list, but the Jats of Delhi have not been included? And it's a very simple demand. It doesn't take much for the central government to fulfill this demand of the farmers of Delhi.
No, fair point, Reena Gupta, but the demand could have come 10 years earlier. That's the simple submission. But I'll come back to that. There's a point that Sanju Verma, Reena Gupta has raised, and somebody who looks at data very keenly. Let's pick up the latest data that is coming from C Voter on who's the preferable chief minister where Delhi is concerned when the people of Delhi were asked. And by far, if you look at those figures, we're going to pull out those figures there. Arvind Kejriwal is closing over 40%, while you have a Manoj Tiwari at 13.9%. Arvind Kejriwal is a 46.8%, and then an Ajay Maken at 2%. So the question, Sanju Verma, on which the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to build its campaign, Kejriwal versus who, does somewhere down the line echo with the Delhi voter as well. Look at these figures.
You know, Preeti, first and foremost, let me make one thing very clear to you. With no offense to C Voter or any cephalogist, they got Haryana elections completely wrong. They got Maharashtra elections completely wrong. They will get Delhi elections completely wrong too. Now, let me come to the moot point, because, I don't like this habit where, the other side gets a free run to make reckless allegations. And the moment the BJP has to speak, we have a gun to our head and we have to substantiate the gibberish that the other side is spewing non-stop 24/7 on national television. Let me first say one thing. The Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson spoke about Arvind Kejriwal's track record, and I cannot let that go unchecked, Preeti, especially on your widely watched show. Arvind Kejriwal's track record, for the benefit of your audience, दिल्ली की जनता के लिए जहरीली हवा, दिल्ली की जनता के लिए बदबूदार पानी, दिल्ली की जनता के लिए टूटी फूटी सड़कें, दिल्ली की जनता के लिए लावारिस मोहल्ला क्लिनिक. And now the Aam Aadmi Party panelist also spoke about महिला सम्मान. महिला सम्मान के बारे में बोलते हुए आम आदमी पार्टी के लोगों को इतनी भी शर्म नहीं आती है क्या? आप लोगों ने शर्म बेच खाई है? Swati Maliwal was beaten black and blue in the CM house.
Please allow me to respond.
Allow her to speak.
Can I finish?
Go ahead, make your point, Sanju Verma.
Yes. I will repeat, Swati Maliwal was thrashed, beaten black and blue in the CM house in the presence of Arvind Kejriwal and Sunita Kejriwal. और उस वक्त केजरीवाल के मुंह में दही जम गया था, सुनीता केजरीवाल के मुंह में दही जम गया था. Forget condemning what happened to Swati Maliwal. I did a zillion debates, Preeti, where the Aam Aadmi Party spokespersons would come on national TV and they would character assassinate Swati Maliwal. This is the party which claims to have brought in a revolution in Indian politics. I mean, hypocrisy की भी थोड़ी सीमा होती है. इन्होंने तो हर सीमा को लांग दिया है. But
can I respond now?
Ma'am, I'll come to you. You're getting equal time. I have a stopwatch.
No.
Ma'am, you have 20 more seconds. Make your time. Make your submissions.
No, I have 40 more seconds. Let me make my point.
Ma'am, 20. I'm counting. Go ahead.
Can I please, Preeti? Yes, thank you. I want to just say one thing to your audience. ये लोग आज कहते हैं कि जाटों को ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन लिस्ट के अंदर लाना चाहिए. Do you know something, Preeti? There is an amendment called the 127th Amendment. Listen very carefully, Reena Gupta. The 127th Amendment says that now it is no longer the center, but the state governments which have the power to draw up an OBC list. तो अरविंद केजरीवाल के पास 10 साल थे, क्या कर रहे थे? सो रहे थे क्या?
I'm gonna but Sanju Verma, as I bring in the other guests, I'll tell you there's a bit of a lacuna in that problem where Delhi is concerned. Because where Delhi is concerned, to bring in the Jats into the OBC list, the centre cannot do it. It has to come through the route of the centre. The state cannot do it. And you know that better than I.
You are wrong there.
No, ma'am.
The state has to recommend. The state has to recommend.
Yes, but it has to go through the... But you understand what... Exactly the question that I had asked. No. Sanju Verma, that is exactly the question I had asked Reena Gupta, I beg your pardon, to begin with, that they had 10 years to do so. But they cannot unilaterally do it. They cannot unilaterally do it. They had 10 years to make that submission and make that demand. Nobody's spinning the No, ma'am, 1 second. It's quite bizarre because every time you turn around, any spokesperson can turn around and blame the anchor for spinning the narrative.
I'm not blaming you.
I am only answerable to the viewers and I am answerable to them on exactly where the status quo stands. I want to go to Neeraj Mishra.
I see you speaking on
No, allow me 10 seconds.
Ma'am, you have had a free run. You have had 40 more seconds than that. I just want to go to Neeraj Mishra. I want to open up the debate and bring in Ashutosh as well. Can I get Neeraj Mishra into this conversation?
Can I get 10
Neeraj Mishra, right. Ma'am, I will come back to you for a rebuttal. There are 4 guests on this panel. Neeraj Mishra, the fact is you have the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, and they have been setting the narrative on their own. What the Congress seemingly is doing is constantly trying to attack the Aam Aadmi Party, not being able to do so. On the other hand, a clear conflict on what your state unit stands for, where the central leadership is. The Congress seems completely in disarray right now, Neeraj Mishra. What is the campaign of the Congress?
No, Preeti ji. What we believe is that all the non-actors, except the people of Delhi, everybody wants to make it a binary between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, which is not true. Because in the last 2.5 months, when we were carrying out our Delhi Nyaya Yatra, we found out that people of Delhi are looking very progressively and with open arms towards Congress because they know that BJP is a party which has lost 6 elections out of the 7 elections which has happened. It has been a constant. And Aam Aadmi Party, which came in 2013, did good in 2015 and 20, which we cannot say something about. But today, Delhi is looking forward for a governance model which was given by Sheila Dikshit ji's Congress government, in which they had clean air, they had clean water. And this binary which other peoples are trying to draw is just because they know that as soon as Congress gets its votes back, the party like Aam Aadmi Party takes the hit. Because we have seen it throughout. Whenever it is about the Lok Sabha election, when we perform well, we take 5 seats, we come at second number at the 5 seats of 7, then our vote percentage goes substantially up. So Aam Aadmi Party is also playing to the tunes of the BJP, and they are trying to make it a binary between them. But the people of Delhi are very sure that they want to vote for Congress, because Congress is the voice of conscience in Delhi. They want people to have an understanding that we'll give you good roads, we'll give you clean air,
but
we'll give you clean water.
A fair point, but many would suggest at this point of time the Congress has little to offer but the legacy of Sheila Dikshit, which an entire generation has no clue about because they haven't quite seen it. Number 2, you speak of people looking at the Congress, but ultimately you yourself know that the Congress doesn't quite have even the candidates, to put forth on 70 seats, where some of your top candidates that have already been fielded don't want to be fielded. You and I both know that. But I'll circle back to you, sir. Allow me to bring in...
Just one line. Just
10 seconds, sir. Please. Okay, yes. Others have had the chance. Go ahead.
At this point, I think BJP is the most underprepared party in Delhi, because the number of candidates they have announced is far less than what Congress has announced. And because, because Manmohan Singh ji had passed away, all our political activities...
So you're saying it's going to come. And then maybe the central leadership will also finally come in, which is days before the elections for campaigning. I'll come back to you, sir. I will come back to you on that question. I want to cut across to Ashutosh, who knows a thing or two more than most of us about the Aam Aadmi Party. But Ashutosh, today when you look at it, on how all 3 political parties are placed, what's your reading?
It's a difficult question to answer. All 3 See, obviously the fight in Delhi is between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, whether the Congress Party likes it or not likes it. But it also depends upon how well the Congress performs in Delhi. If the Congress performing well in Delhi, this will damage both the political parties. When the BJP will be damaged, as well as the Congress will be damaged. Because if you look at the figures in 2020 assembly elections, the Congress Party shrunk from 9%, from 10% to 4%. And that 4 to 5% was added to the BJP's vote share from 32 to 37%, almost 38%. So that showed if the Congress has performed better, in that sense, if Congress has retained its 10% vote share, then the BJP would have remained on the 33% and 34%. So it's not that only the Aam Aadmi Party is going to be damaged, but its BJP is also going to be damaged. Because all those voters who are unhappy with the Aam Aadmi Party, the 10 years anti-incumbency, who don't want to vote for the Aam Aadmi Party, if the Congress is there is always an option to choose between the BJP and the Congress. And those who don't want to vote for the BJP will vote for the Congress Party. So I think, but it's a bipolar. And in that bipolar, if the Congress can make it triangular, then obviously the Congress have a fair chance of doing well on 2-3 constituency, but not more than that. I don't see Congress doing exceedingly well in this assembly elections. Yes, in parliament election, I completely agree with the Congress spokesperson in 2019 parliamentary election. It was the Congress Party, it was number 2 with 24% vote share, and the Aam Aadmi Party got only 18% vote share. And in 2024, it is since both the parties were in alliance, so Congress got 18% and the Aam Aadmi Party got 24% vote share. So parliament election, yes, but not in assembly election.
Okay.
I don't see that.
Okay, you don't see that happening, but every election is very different, because if you actually look at the NCD elections, viewers, from 4%, which was the 2020 Congress vote share, it actually rose to 12%. So that could be worries for the Aam Aadmi Party. But like I pointed out, every election is extremely different. And Reena Gupta, what many would suggest is that the Congress could be the actual X factor in this election, not Arvind Kejriwal, not anti-incumbency that the BJP wants to ride on, but the Congress Party. How well it does or how badly it does could be a direct impact on the verdict.
Preeti, Congress Party is a non-factor as far as Delhi is concerned. The people of Delhi know that voting for Congress would be wasting their votes and helping the Bharatiya Janata Party. So I'm very sure that the people of Delhi are very clear. It's a fight between Bharatiya Janata Party and Aam Aadmi Party. But I want to respond to some of the allegations that Sanju Verma was making. जब संजू वर्मा के नेता दीदी और दीदी कर रहे थे, तब संजू वर्मा के मुंह में दही जमी हुई थी. जब वो 100 करोड़ की गर्लफ्रेंड बोल रहे थे, तब इनके मुंह में दही जमी हुई थी. जज ब्रजभूषण शरण सिंह को इनकी पार्टी नहीं निकाल रही थी.
Ma'am, you will get your time. Can I just get, can I get Reena Gupta and I'll go across to Sanju Verma. Reena Gupta, continue. Make your point.
Do not give us any pravachan on women. The women of Delhi are watching the way the leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party, whether it's Viduri or some of their other leaders, are abusing women day and day night. They want the votes of the women of Delhi, but they don't know how to respect the women of Delhi. The Bharatiya Janata Party had only one responsibility in Delhi, which was law and order. And they have failed miserably. It is because of the negligence of Bharatiya Janata Party that Delhi is known as the rape capital of the world.
Reena Gupta, every big political leader, including the Delhi BJP president, has regretted the comments of Ramesh Biduri, be it on the Delhi Chief Minister Ratishi or on Priyanka Gandhi. Even Ramesh Biduri himself has taken back his words.
Preeti, that is too little too late. Ramesh Biduri is a repeat offender. Remember what all he said in the parliament against minority community in the country. And if Bharatiya Janata Party had any shame, they would have not nominated him for Delhi Vidhan Sabha again. Which just tells us that this kind of behavior, abusing Muslims, abusing women, is actually awarded in the Bharatiya Janata Party. The more abusive you are, the higher your graph goes.
All right. I'm going to cut across to Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, I know, I can ask a question. You're not going to answer that. But you want to come in for a rebuttal. Ma'am, please go ahead. Your time starts now.
Thank you, Preeti.
Can I get Sanju Verma?
Thank you, Preeti. Preeti, यहाँ बैठकर Reena Gupta is giving नैतिकता का certificate to Bharatiya Janata Party. Let me remind Reena Gupta, her boss Kejriwal had called Prime Minister Narendra Modi a coward and a psychopath and refused to delete that tweet. इसलिए रीना गुप्ता यहाँ बैठकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी को भाषण देना बंद करो. Do you remember Preeti? Gopal Italia, ahead of the Gujarat elections in 2022, forget Narendra Modi. He abused Narendra Modi's 95-year-old mother Hira Ben using gutter chop language. तो आम आदमी पार्टी के गटर छाप नेता यहाँ बैठकर बीजेपी को सर्टिफिकेट बांटना बंद करो. Very quickly, Preeti, your audience needs to listen to this. These are the Aam Aadmi people who are out on bail. Very quickly, in 20 seconds, Arvind Kejriwal out on bail, Manish Sisodia out on bail, Sanjay Singh out on bail, Satyendra Jain out on bail, Somnath Bharti out on bail, Naresh Balian out on bail, Naresh Yadav out on bail, Sandeep Kumar out on bail, Sharad Chauhan out on bail, Prakash Jarwal out on bail, Jitendra Singh Tomar out on bail, Akhilesh Tripathi out on bail, Dinesh Mohania out on bail, Vijay Singla out on bail, Bhaggu Wala out on bail, Manoj Kumar out on bail, Raman Swamy out on bail, Gulab Singh Yadav out on bail, and the likes of Amanatullah Khan and Tahir Hussain are now being mollycoddled by somebody else. And what did Kejriwal say? अरे जी मनीष सिसोदिया तो भगत सिंह का तीसरा अवतार है.
Last 10 seconds, ma'am.
तो राजा हरिश्चंद्र का तीसरा अवतार है. इसलिए आम आदमी पार्टी वालों शांत हो जाओ. You will lose Delhi big time.
Okay.
You will lose Delhi big time.
I want to go to the Congress spokesperson to quickly come in. Final comments. Can I get in the Congress spokesperson? Go ahead, Neeraj.
Preeti ji, what this debate about women, which we are just listening to.
It actually wasn't about women, but sometimes you've got to just accept it. I have two very fiery women who've taken on what they really want to say. Go ahead, Neeraj, you make your point.
But then both these people are actually beating around the bush and not telling the fact that all these people are drawing inspiration from the Prime Minister of this country. The kind of language he has used has actually come to the forefront, and now people like Bidudi and others are taking to the same thing. Our point is very simple. We just want to tell you that we need to have a progressive agenda in front of Delhi, because Delhi has suffered for last 11 years. And now it is high time that once capital, which was the most progressive capital, the greenest capital, now needs care, and it should be in front.
I want to get
the agenda should be progressive.
So you're saying it needs to be a positive campaign, and that's hardly what we've seen, because what we've seen right now is down and dirty. But Ashutosh, still way better than what we saw the last time. Or do you think it's going to get progressively worse? Because, at a time where we should actually be talking about deliverance of the Aam Aadmi Party on various issues, especially civic issues, after the MCD is under the Aam Aadmi Party's control, we are actually talking of everything else. If we are talking about the Sheesh Mahal, somewhere down the line, the Aam Aadmi Party has bought it on themselves of, allegations of adopting a lifestyle that it really never positioned itself off. They might hit back and speak of the Raj Mahal, but all of these allegations will stick.
See, Preeti, I think the X factor in this election will be Narendra Modi. The Napoleon lost Waterloo once. Narendra Modi has lost to Waterloo twice, in 2015 and 2020. Humiliating defeat. 67 seats, Aam Aadmi Party, BJP got 3. In 2020, 62 seats.
Let him speak. Can I just get Ashutosh?
Sanju Verma, you are in a habit of heckling.
Sir, make your point. 30 seconds, sir, please.
Sanju Verma, don't heckle me. You are in a habit of heckling others. Shut up.
Go ahead, Ashutosh, go ahead.
So the issue is very simple. This election, there will be 10 years anti-incumbency against the BJP government. AAP government. And Aam Aadmi Party has to really struggle this time. Now, it all depends how much BJP can collect itself and can campaign against Aam Aadmi Party. But this is not going to be a cakewalk for the Aam Aadmi Party this time, like it was in 2015, 2020. But I again want to reiterate that Narendra Modi has lost badly in Delhi, twice being the face of the campaign. Will he do it again? That's what I'm watching it.
All right. I appreciate all of you for joining us, because viewers, one thing is very sure, and we need to look at it exactly on that. This is a referendum on Arvind Kejriwal. Will he take the oath for the Delhi Chief Minister for the 4th time? And if he does so, then the referendum on Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is very clear. And if he doesn't, even then, it's clear.